Right, this is a quick walk around video. This is for a Honda CR-V 2-litre SE Sport. Finished in black, 54 plate with just 68,000 miles on the clock. I do apologise, this will be a slightly quicker walk around video than normal because my battery is getting low. I've timed it really rather badly. The front of the car is very good indeed for the, this is a 14-year-old car. Bonnet has got very few stone chips on it, which is remarkable for the age of the vehicle. Coming down the near side of the vehicle, again generally good. It's nice and clean in the panels, and there's a few little sort of car parking dinks on the panel work. Sorry, the sun is in an awful position. Front alloy is really good. I'll try and come this way around and come back along. But you can see a couple, hopefully you can see on the front door there and the rear door, just they can easily be pulled out by these sort of dent people if you really want them. But given the age of the car, it is in very nice condition. Coming around the back, again all very nice. Rear wheel covers there and intact, and offside of the vehicle again generally good. There's a little bit of paint discoloration on the back, which we're going to get attended to, by the way, so please do bear that in mind. Rear alloy generally good, just a little bit of pickling on a couple of the spokes, but nothing untoward. And then, as with the near side of the car, rather, just a few of those little sort of car parking dinks, but again, nothing that you wouldn't expect, other than you'd expect on this age of car. It's a very handsome car, and it is in very nice original condition. So coming to the back of the car now, CR-Vs are noted for having enormous boots, and they are huge. Tonneau cover there, still intact. Rear seats obviously have a 60/40 fold on them, and they just tumble forward to give you a huge amount of space. Coming to the back of the car now, you can see there just how much legroom you get in the back. They are absolutely amazing cars in the back. Rear seats in very nice condition as well. These seats incidentally have a bar underneath each of them, just so you can pull the seats forward by a good sort of 6 or 7 inches as well, which obviously dramatically increases the boot space. Coming to the front of the car on the passenger side rather, again all very clean and tidy. Front passenger seat is in excellent condition, it really is. Finally, just to come to the driver's side, again all been kept very nicely. Excuse the muddy plate there where I put my feet unfortunately on the floor there, I do apologise. Driver's seat is in extremely good condition, it really is. So inside the car now, engine's running through this section so you can see the dashboard illuminated. The dashboard itself looks absolutely fantastic and it is in really good condition. There's only one blemish on it which I will show you, but it's hardly worth mentioning, but something you could easily do something about. It really has been very nicely kept. So just above the automatic gear lever there, hopefully you can see it looks like it's had a sort of suction pad on top of the dashboard. Held by adhesive, but you obviously just need to sort of scrape it off in all honesty. And then in the dashboard there you can see 68,379 miles and no warning lights on that dashboard at all. Right then, this is a road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2-litre SE Sport automatic. This particular car is registered PN54SZY. And mileage at the start of the road test is a lovely low mileage car, 68,373 miles. The reason we do the road test is very simple. We want the customers to see the cars we're selling actually in operation. That way, if there's any sort of obvious mechanical faults, we can relay them back to you immediately prior to setting off to see us. We sell now to customers from all over the UK and mainland Europe as well, so it's just an opportunity for you to see the vehicle, as I said, physically working. It's the very car that you see in the advert as well. Engine of the car, I mean, they are brilliant units, these 2-litre VTECs. The reputation for reliability and longevity is completely unmatched in its class. It's a wonderful unit. They got absolutely right. This one starts absolutely instantly, of course, settles to a completely smooth and even idle, pulls absolutely beautifully. It's flexible, it's quiet, it's got guts, but it revs through as well, you know, typically in a typical Honda way. It really is a lovely, lovely unit. There's no warning lights on the dashboard relating to the engine or any other part of the car either, for that matter. Also worth pointing out, it's been running for quite some time now, and it is a really steamy 27 degrees outside. Temperature gauge is running at a third, which is exactly where it should be at operating temperature on a Honda car, whether it be petrol or diesel. Engine then feeds through into the automatic gearbox. Typical of the Honda boxes, very smooth in operation, lovely gear shifts, very well spaced ratios as well. Also have an overdrive button on the end of the gear lever there as well, which you just flick on as and when you want to use it. But I can't, you know, what I'm looking for on these road tests is just any kind of lumpy gear changes, slow in selection, or anything that's a bit harsh. But there's nothing on this. It drives exactly as you'd expect a Honda to drive, you know, even with such a low mileage. It's a fantastic gearbox. So the mechanicals of the powertrain, absolutely spot on. Steering on the car, which is a real strong point on these Hondas. It's a very nice system, proper old school power steering as well. I love it for that, because you actually get genuine feel. It's got a lovely weight about it. It's, you know, clearly very easy to operate because it's power steering, so you can, you know, it's finger light rather in terms of operating it. But what it isn't is that awful light that you get in some cars where you don't feel connected to the road. These cars feel lovely and solid on the road, and if you go on road tests, you'll know exactly what I mean by that. It makes the car feel a lot heavier than it actually is, in all honesty. It also tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibrations I've felt up to the legal limit on the car, and it's a bit of a pet hate of mine as well, in all honesty, so all in very fine order there. Chassis of the vehicle, again, brilliantly judged by Honda. They know these are family cars and it's not a sports car, so it leaning more towards comfort than sort of out and out handling, if you like, which is, you know, exactly what you'd want from the car. They're very, very comfortable cars, but the corner coming up here is a case in point. When you go through the corners, it holds its line really nicely, very little body motion going on, and it flats nice and corners nice and flat rather. You know, it's a brilliant car. It's the world's best selling SUV. You can see why, because they just got it absolutely spot on. There's also no clonks or bangs coming from underneath the vehicle at all. It's you know, you'll hear it hitting the bumps as you should, but there's none of those sort of metallic sort of clonkings going on, which is normally kind of anti-roll bar links and things like that. But yeah, it's all in fine order. Just going to give the brakes on the car a bit of a shove as well. Yeah, it's a really good brake pedal. Pulls the nose of the car down straight and true, doesn't pull right, left or otherwise, and there's no vibrations or pulsing coming back through the brake pedal at all on the vehicle, so all again in fine order. So looking around inside the vehicle, I love these cars. I've had loads of them. I love the fact that they're very, very simple cars inside. You know, it's a lovely dashboard to sit behind and operate because of its simplicity. They're beautifully made. There's even, what's this now, 14 years old, and there's no squeaks, rattles, nothing from the inside of the car. They are astonishingly well made cars. And again, in very nice order. Only criticism, I would say, and I've been really picky, is that someone's had like a TomTom mount or something up there, just left a little bit of glue, which someone could scrape off if needs be. But that's it. You know, the dashboard's in really great order. Everything I've pressed has worked exactly as it should. The only exception to it, and I say this is a critical video, so if there's something not quite right, we do try and highlight it. You know, it is 27 degrees outside, and I've got my hand on the air there. I'm not sure whether it's got any chill coming through or not, but it's not hot air coming through, so it might have something. So it may need an aircon regas, but given the age of the car, you know, it's normally sort of the aircons and cars of this age sort of unfortunately don't work, in all honesty. But that's something you need to just bear in mind. We do try and be honest on these videos. You can get pumped really cheaply, by the way, so you know that brings me on to the next point, but that's by the by. These are also four-wheel drive vehicles, as you well know, obviously, but Honda worked out really quickly that, you know, the vast majority of people's driving is actually what I'm doing here, where you just don't need four-wheel drive. So effectively the car runs in two-wheel drive the whole time, which is, you know, the most effective way to, you know, pull a car along, in terms of sort of tyre wear and fuel use. Only as and when it needs four-wheel drive, the car will do it for you. Basically, there's no switches to press or buttons to operate. It's, you know, it'll sense the front wheel starting to spin, bring in the rear wheels to give you four-wheel drive, and then turn it off just as quickly when it no longer needs it. And it's brilliant in operation, because I've used these cars many a time for towing. You know, some hefty caravans across some pretty wet pitches, and I've never come close to getting stuck in one. It's a fabulous system, it really is. As I said before, you know, the point of the videos is just to show the car in operation. Apart from what I've mentioned on the video, there's nothing to report back. It drives absolutely beautifully. Whoever's lucky enough to get this one will drive a really fabulous, high quality machine. However, if I missed something on the video, please don't hesitate, do give us a call, and we'll happily answer any questions you might have about the car.